Okay. Okay. I am live. Okay. I am live. All right. Can't see my cursor. There it is. All right. We got two people watching. Greetings. All the way from North Carolina. I'm outside. All right. It took me 3 minutes to get this set up. I'm drinking coffee and I'm live. And I'm alive. Woo! Little windy. Still a beautiful day. Hello. People walking by. Everybody's friendly down here. Up here, over here. From our house, this is down and over. Oh, I'll sit back here until we get some activity going. To the one person watching, if you'd like to come on here and either chat or come up on the panel and talk to me, I'd be glad to put a link in here for you. There's RV Lucky. Hey, good morning. I'm doing fine. I'm sitting outside here at their house. Well, let's see if I can find this. There's a link there, RV. If you'd like to come up, we'll chat for a while. Okay. Well, you eat your breakfast. But anyhow, when you come back, if that link ain't there, well, we'll put you another one in there. Gonna have a little traffic noise, but oh well. It'll be better than the cackling inside the house. Uh, just a minute. I gotta find my cursor. Here it is. Here it is. There it is.
Well, I turned the camera off because I'm eating breakfast.
I understand, and that's fine. Let me turn
How's
that
your
up.
day going?
Do what now?
How's your day going?
It is great. We got up and we've been drinking coffee, talking.
I went out and started the ambulance and did some odds and end things and cleaned off the solar panels on the ambulance and put up the solar fans and all the other good stuff.
Hey, Ron. Well, it's not too bad, but I'm not at my home location. I'm in North Carolina. We're in a point in between the lake. It goes around this point. There's a lot of houses and stuff here. But yeah, this is North Carolina. Wind's blowing a little bit.
How'd you get down there? You drive or take an RV or something?
We drove. It took us about 12 hours, but that's counting stopping eating, you know.
You like me, I only drive about 300 miles a day and then it's time for a nap.
Well, I didn't take a nap, but an hour or so, I got to go do my potty break. Timmy S. That's where I'm at. You're in North Carolina? Oh, Ron's got snow flurries. Oh, that snow up there.
I'm thinking about going to Arizona until after, let's see, the 30th of December.
Okay.
And it'll be pretty warm up there.
Yeah.
I just get tired of the cold weather and the hot summers.
Yeah. Have you got your YouTube muted, RV?
You're probably right. Now I do, I think.
Let's see. Now, let me check mine. I have mine muted, so it's not me.
No, is it better now?
Let's check. Test, test, test. Yes, it sounds great.
All right.
Well, Timmy S., I don't know exactly where that's at because I'm not familiar with the location down here. We're close to the town called Mooresville, North Carolina, and we're right here by Lake Norman.
Now, I've been to South Carolina like last year about 3 times, but to visit and buy some stuff. I travel a lot. Like, so we got to go to Kansas or Missouri tomorrow, the next day, and pick up some welders.
Okay.
And we buy a lot of stuff on auction houses and stuff. My son resells it and makes a little bit of money. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna make too much, but you're gonna, keep yourself busy.
Yeah. Well, this is North Carolina, not South Carolina.
I know. You up there by Virginia.
Yeah, we're pretty close to West Virginia.
There you go.
Yep, straight north of here. Of course, it's a few miles. It's not just across the street.
Well, me and my son, we used to do U-ship. We'd get bids on jobs and we go pick it up and then deliver it.
That'd work.
I mean, you make a little money if you get to see the country.
Get to see the country. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like if I'm going to Florida.
Yeah.
I pick up a lot of stuff on the way and take it to Florida. Now, when I want to come back home, I check Georgia, Florida, Alabama, places like that, coming back that wants to drop off their stuff in Oklahoma. So they're paying for your gas.
There you go.
And they're giving you a little bit extra.
Pay a little bit for your time.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't going to make no great big killing, but you get to travel around for free.
Give you something to do. So, what kind of a vehicle was you driving? A semi?
We was driving a big, like a dually truck with pulling a cargo trailer, about a 20-foot cargo trailer.
Okay.
Was delivering motorcycles.
Well, I could do that.
Yeah, you can just pull them. And I run across the guy. He was probably in his 80s. He had one of them Mercedes or big high top, and he was living in the front of that little van, and he had one or two pallets in the back, and he said he was making a killing. Of course, his killing and my killing were two different things, but he said he had his Social Security check, and I don't know where he had a pension or not, but he said he'd pick up a pallet of stuff and deliver it where he wanted to go see next. Like if he wanted to go to Maine, he would find something that was going to Maine, and it would pay all of his gas up there and his eating expenses, and then all he had to do is basically use his Social Security for something else.
There you go.
So there you go. I mean, there's ways to do it if you want to do it, And I told him about YouTube, and he said, "No." He said, if you're going to try to make a living on YouTube, he said you'd never do it. And I said, I agree with you.
Well, now I've been about 3 months doing it to get to the amount that I'm telling you that I've got $120 in my piggy bank.
Wow. I've been at this stuff almost 7 years. The first year, I didn't even have a channel. I had a channel, but I just didn't have no content. Then after 6 years...
I started in 2009.
I started in 2013, I think it was.
Okay.
No? Wait a minute. 2007, excuse me, 2007.
Making money and get monetized until like a couple of years ago.
I think 2015, I decided to open up this channel. I've had 5 or 6 channels.
Yeah.
I had so many trolls on one, I just left it.
You didn't even close it down, huh?
No, I just left it. I can go back to it. I got it. But then I got where I figured out how to ban them and block them, and I don't let them bother me anymore. I had to hang out one time that a friend of mine did, and they got her a link somehow, and so I opened up 7 laptops and closed out her board, so they couldn't get on her channel no more.
Okay, that took care of that.
Yeah, it sure did. There wasn't more room.
Well, I bought my webcam. Of course, this one here is built in the laptop.
Yeah.
webcam in 2017. That old cat without a hat.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing a thing, man. We're just sitting here chilling out, and I'm chilling out. It's cool out here. I don't know what the temperature is here. I'm afraid to check it. I may get scared. I'm not too far from a coat though. It's 42. No, that's Lawrenceville. Wait a minute.
I bought me one of them circular lights, you know, that USB, and you put your phone in the center of it, and they're supposed to brighten up a room or whatever.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart, and they put them out for Christmas, Black Friday, and they were $20. Well, they didn't have them roped off or anything, so I put one in my basket. Well, I got up there to the cash register, and they wanted $39.95 or something like that. I said, "There's a sign that says $20." And the manager came over and she said, I told him not to put that sign on it till, you know, but they did. So she go ahead and give it to me, and then she roped them off. Me and this black woman, we both got us one, and she roped the rest of them off to be opened up Black Friday. That's where they do that stuff.
Okay, I just checked the temperature here. It's 57 degrees.
Well, not bad.
Not bad.
I would live with that. I like Hawaii, but it rained every day. I don't like that much.
Well, it rained here before we got here, and
it is that way too.
It hasn't been raining here at all. I guess we're going to stay until Thursday morning and start back.
You just drag a regular car down there, or what?
I got this Cadillac XT5.
Oh,
it's a beautiful car. Let me spin you around here. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Pretty red car.
Yep. I go around in a short distance with my car or take my pickup.
We drove that to the West Coast. We went down and seen Grizz and Rosanna.
Mm-hmm.
He lives at Washington State, and Grizz lives in Oregon.
I used to live in Oregon and in Washington. I lived in Pateros, Washington, and the Dalles, Oregon.
Yeah.
And then I lived all over California.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go ahead and talk. I'll probably still hear you, but I'm going to make a trip over at that car and grab my coat.
Okay, grab it.
I mean, I can handle it, but it's stupid having a coat over here and not go get it.
I'm checking out the sidebar. Because who's on there making comments? Hello, everybody over there. I might have me a hangout. Well, I will have me a hangout at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm trying to get to 4,000 a year. I like about 3,000 to go. But I figured if I have a hangout, I can get more hours. I guess that's what I'm going.
Yep, that's the way you do it, RV.
Well, I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna go to Arizona and see all them people that I've been watching on YouTube. They're out there on that roundup thing. What do they call it? It used to be a rubber trap rendezvous, but they're not having that this year. So they're just having a get together. Go out there and see Mike and all the rest of them.
That right there took all the fun out of that.
What did?
Now,
well, I see you're all wrapped up like a polar bear.
Yep. Yep, I am. This is my new coat.
I've been getting all my USB stuff ready to go because I have solar. And My pickup, I need to get it unloaded. I got 37 solar panels in the back of it.
All right.
And like I said, I had one time I run this house on solar, but I've been bought that land up in Nevada, and I'm thinking about going up there and putting a shipping container, and then put the on the top. I want to get solid solar panels all the way down. That's 40 foot by, I guess, 8.5 feet or 9 foot or something like that.
Well, you know, I would like to have solar panel, but I have to put them on the roof of my house, and I don't think I want to do that.
Well, I don't like that up there because you got to get up there and clean them and this, that, and the other. Now, my neighbor lady, I had mine in the back of the house. Now, she has an open field, and she put about, I would say 30, maybe 30, 100 watts. So she's got, I don't know how many thousands of watts she's got, but she put 100 watts. So that would be 30,000 watts or something like that. And the government out here, or the country out here, the state, they pay you for putting in solar panels.
Yeah.
Then,
well, I don't have enough yard or land to put it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't like it up in the air. I can't climb up on top of a building. I didn't do it.
Right.
I tried that, and it was just too dangerous.
Right. I couldn't climb up there and clean it either. So, yeah, I just ain't gonna do it. They claim that you can hook it up somehow. If you make too much electricity, it goes back.
Yeah, it does.
They have to pay you for it, and you use their grid, so you don't have to use batteries.
Well, what they do is you don't have to. They got a deal where you just charge it right back into your meter. But the trouble with that, when the power goes out, see, I didn't put mine in for that way. I put when I wanted mine, when the power went out, that the solar took over.
Yeah.
And then I figured, well, that's awful expensive. I had them 6-volt batteries. I had to check the water all the time. It was a job. So then I went to a generator that a tree fell on it this year. When it was supposed to start up when the electric went out, but a tree fell on it and killed it. So I decided I just going to use portable generators. How do I turn this back on? Let's see here. Okay, that ain't it.
Well, I've lived at my location, not here, but since 1989.
Uh-huh.
And our powers went out for a while, but back in the it was in the summer, I think we had a storm and we lost power for 12 hours. That's the very first time we've ever had that to happen because a lot of trees came down, you know.
We have ice storms here. Now this time it's only out, let's say, 7 days. But we was out 11 days earlier in the year, 7 days, 11 days. And then about when May 3rd tornado came in 99, we was out of electricity for 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, now that's too long.
Yeah, that was for quite a while. Well, 7 or 8, 10, 11 days is too long anyway. But back then I had a great big old diesel generator, big old sucker on wheels. And everybody here, I had a big old empty garage, and I had everybody, they brought their freezers and stuff. We set it all up in that shop and started that big old diesel generator. And then people were nice enough. I never bought 1 ounce of diesel for that generator. They'd go buy 5-gallon buckets and keep it full all the time. We was out of electric for about 8 weeks, you know, and everybody, you know, well, they had to drive all the way to the city to get, which is about 100 miles, to get food, and they couldn't go that every day without, you know, and you couldn't buy if you bought ice. I mean, it'd melt time you got back. And besides that, you couldn't go there and buy food every day. You'd have to eat canned goods or something, you know. And so therefore they didn't, I went ahead and let's put that generator in, and I bet I had 11 or 12, 15 freezers out there. I had 4 of them own, and it worked out. I mean, like I said, people, they just bring the freezer. I said, well, empty your freezer, clean it out, bring it, set it up, and we'll plug it all in. And it worked great. I mean, but like I said, a lot of people out here, well, the neighbor next door, I run electric from my shop to their house. She was about out, and I said, I can't do that for the whole neighborhood, but if you're that, she was that close. She wasn't but about 150, 200 feet away. You know what I'm saying? On that one corner.
And they would help you keep it filled up with diesel.
Yeah, they keep it filled up with diesel. I thought, well, that is,
now,
I was going to.
Here's the question. Where did they get the diesel?
They went all the way to the city to get it, 100 miles.
100 miles to get it.
Yeah, and they get 5-gallon cans of it and bring it back. And like I said, they bring all their charging equipment, anything they had to charge, man. They'd bring it. It was all over that on that shop. It was. I mean, I said, I ain't keeping up with you people's stuff. That's your stuff. They even put a TV out there and watched TV and everything else.
Well, I figured.
Oh, it was just. We have 103 houses here, and we're all elderly, and we just, we just made a big party out of it. I mean, there wasn't nothing else we could do.
Hey, Stray, yo. Well, we never did use it, but when I was working, we rigged up a plug that had 2 male plugs where you could plug it into the generator and then plug it into the outlet out there by the gas pump.
Yeah.
So that we could get gas to our trucks if we needed to, but we never did use it. We just had it set up. Now, we had a generator rigged up there at the office, and it had a switch and everything where it wouldn't go back to the grid. But they had to have electric up there to run their cash registers and stuff,
Well, I'll tell you what, there wasn't nothing really running here except up on the hill. That was ERA, not OG&E. But they had to get the electric so we could have the election in Crescent, because our the election board, or what you want to call it, where you go vote the ballot place, they didn't have no power, and they had no internet, had nothing. So basically, they had to hurry. They got it going a day before November the 3rd. I think they got it going November the 1st or the 2nd. And we was thinking, well, I guess we can't vote because we can't got no power. And they don't want you to go to another area. Like we could have went over at Guthrie, but they won't let you vote. You have to vote in your district. You know what I'm saying? The
way we vote, that machine that you put it into, I'll bet it's electric. So I don't know how that would work.
But we didn't have no electric
over there. Manually colored the little circles in is how we voted.
Well, we not colored the little circles in or whatever. Then we went and took the machine and sucked it in there, and it just sucked it up, and it run on power. Well, they didn't have no power until about 2 days before the voting day, because we didn't think we was going to be able to vote the whole town, and so therefore, because something was but they wouldn't let you go over to Guthrie to vote because that was out of your district or whatever.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you go 50 miles to another town that had electric.
Well, I could see that, really. You got to stay in your district. It's just like Jesus, when he was born, they had to come back to Bethlehem so that they could count you as your sentence or whatever, I guess. I don't know why.
The census, they had to count you so they could tax you. Yeah. In the state, the town, in the area you was born in. We ain't that bad yet.
There you go, Stray. Weed, peace, and freedom. Hey, Stray, let me talk to you about this with Brian. I went back and I found him, and I clicked on his name, and I blocked him, and then I unblocked him on them three dots on his name on another channel. And then I went to my moderation thing. Well, no, still on the same three dots. I gave him his wrench back. So, I took it away, and then, like I said, I blocked him and I unblocked him and I gave him his wrench back. So I hope that fixes it, because I never did block him until then.
Well, I'll tell you what, I found out about YouTube. A lot of people that I'm subscribed to, they're not showing up. They didn't cancel my subscription. They just canceled them, turned the bell off or something. Because I have to go, and then I would have to go rebell them. You know what I'm saying? Where I can be notified. And
hey, hang on. There's Brian J. Can you guys see me? I can see you, Brian. Hey, if you check your email, I even sent you the link. So there you go. And he has a wrench.
There you go.
He has a wrench, or had a wrench. They no reason he could not chat. Well, I don't know. There yesterday he said he couldn't chat. But you're golden child now.
There you go.
But see, like I said, until yesterday, I've never banded you. I did time you out though.
But YouTube gets crazy every once in a while. One night I subbed so many people that they wouldn't let me sub anybody else.
Well, I've had that. I've had that. Yes, sir. Yeah, you got to wait for a day or two before you can again.
Well, there was a bunch of preppers and homesteaders and RVers, and I mean, it was a real good hangout, and I was trying to sub everybody. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a whole bunch of them down.
Right.
And I think they'll only let you sub about 35, 40, 50 people, I think.
Well, I think it's a little more than that.
Well, I subbed so many, they wouldn't let me.
I'm thinking it's like 200, but I'm not sure.
Well, they popped up, said I couldn't sub anymore.
Yep.
And that only happened to me one time, but I said, okay, I'll wait. I'll keep my list and I'll sub some more. But I watch these people. I don't watch TV, and I'll turn it on and watch everybody I got. And sometimes I don't get on the internet till 2:00 in the afternoon. I mean, on my own channel, because I'm watching everybody else.
Yeah. Well, Brian, give it a shot. Look at your email, and you got a link, or I got a link in here. Here, I can do that.
Yeah, you gave me a link in here. You can go back and look at that. That should be able to, yeah.
Yep, let's see. See if that works. There's that link. Try it, Brian. You don't have to stay up here forever. See, I'm out here with no power, so I don't know how long my battery will last. But I come out here so I could live stream. I wouldn't bother the missus. Okay, now wait a minute. No, Cam, I have my kids around me doing schoolwork. Okay, well, that's fine. I understand. But I just wanted to, I want you to know you're always welcome on my channel. And I don't know what happened. You was never blocked. Is it cool there? Yeah, it's 57 degrees. I'm not that cold, but I was thinking, I'm sitting here, my car's right there with my coat. So I went and put it on. Yep. Like I said, and I wasn't bullshitting you. Everybody that comes on my channel, I consider as a friend. And that includes you too, Stray. Even if you're an asshole, you're still my friend.
Finished. I'm making me a dog plate for my little dog. Breakfast I didn't eat. I guess I don't eat as much as I used to. Did I mute everybody, or what's going on here?
I'm not going to block anybody unless. Okay.
I just block the ones that's really irritating.
Well, what happened? There you go.
There. I lost 26 pounds in 30 days.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you.
Well, I decided one time I was going to lose 10 pounds. I've only got 15 more to go.
Yeah, that happens too. You gain. No, I started eating a lot when my sugar level was real high, so I cut out all that stuff.
I'm telling you, Trey, you're still my friend. I don't care if you are. No. You're still my friend. This YouTube here, it's a big family,
Oh yeah.
My wife don't understand it. She says, How can you sit and talk to them people? Well, they're my friends. And
you get to know them after a while.
Sure, just like you. And now, like Cat Without a Hat, I've seen him in my channel. I don't actually know him like I do the rest of them, but I'm beginning to.
Well, you know what gets me? There's a lot of people that have a channel, but they don't have no content. I've got a lot of people sub that don't even have don't put up no content.
Well,
I'm waiting for them.
But that still is the ones that support your channel and makes your sub count and your hours to go up. Hello, Jerry. Glad you came on. Yeah, I've been on here. I'm shooting for an hour, and then I'm going to go back in. I hope my battery will hang in there. When I'm in the house, I've got my plug in, but I'm sitting out in the driveway right now.
Buy them little battery packs like I do and plug your thing right into it.
Yeah, but I don't do this that much, so I'm good. I just thought I'd come out here because I talk loud and it won't bother them. And they're watching TV and talking and,
I bought me a smart TV and I can't get it to connect to the internet, so it just sits over there.
Well, you know your password to your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I did I thought I did all that, and it says no connection. I bought a 75-inch or something, big old thing, and I think it's 65 or 70-inch, and it says no connection or no
well,
whatever.
All
my kids will come. My grandkids will come along and they'll fix it.
If you got a phone, it works a lot better. But you got to tell from your computer, you got to put that code in there.
Yeah, well, my grandkid will come by and he'll fix it all up. They were the one that got me to enlarge my internet. We're getting that 5G. Well, they're working on putting in the new lines. But anyway, because he plays games. My great grandson does, and your computer's too slow or whatever. And I said, well, so we're getting that 5G. I think it's 5G, something like that.
Well, I'm not for sure what kind of power she's got here, but it's great internet. I've never had it buffer since I've been here. Of course, this is a new computer, and it's got 16 gigs of RAM, so it's a pretty good computer.
Well, I bought me two last year at that Black Friday deal. I bought a tablet and a regular laptop. I think it's an Apple, and then one was a Samsung. I got so many like around here laying around, and then but I use my phones.
Yeah,
I just like my phone.
Yep.
It's
this is his famous saying: "Don't sugarcoat it, or I'll eat that too." I'm getting a lot of dust on my screen, and the wind's blowing and stuff.
Well, you need to get one of them air cans to blow it off.
Yeah, I'll take it in when I get done and wipe it down.
You use a little duster or something to dust it off with. I've been, like I said, I've been outside working on that ambulance, getting it ready to go.
She probably has one here, but the best thing is take the big computer, the big vacuum sweeper with Venetian blind cleaners, or whatever.
Yeah,
and then vacuum
fuzzy thing on the end of it.
Yeah,
that'll work.
Yeah, vacuum it all up. It's got a brush on it. But like I said, I'm only going to be out here for a little bit longer because the wife's got to get on here and check her email and look at Pinterest and all kinds of stuff. She was.
I've been charging them Ever-Ready batteries, the rechargeables. I've been charging all of them up, because that way I got power here, and I get out there, I'll have to start a generator or something to have that kind of power.
Yeah. Well, the only problem that I really had when the electric went off, I don't have no power for my BiPAP machine.
Well, that's when them batteries come in, or the solar comes in awful handy for that.
Yeah. But like I said, I've only had one time in 20, 30 years that I've lost electric long enough to worry about that.
Oh, I got a big auction machine, a concentrator, and it pulls a lot of electricity. I just hook it up to the solar. I use it at night because my oxygen level gets so low, but I don't usually use it too much in the day if I'm moving around.
Brian, I do have another laptop, but man, that thing is so slow. So I found this one on Tiger Direct and I bought it. My other computer, I don't know what it's got in it. I've upgraded it as much as I can, and the processor is real old and it's just sitting in the house,
I wished I'd bought all them servers when the phone company.
We don't travel very much, so for no more than she's going to use it, we can share.
Our phone company upgraded their servers, and I wished I'd have bought all them servers. I'd have had plenty of memory then.
Well, this, Brian, I don't know what you mean by good gateway, but this is a Dell.
A Gateway is a computer brand. Gateway.
This is a Dell. It's a refurbished one that I bought on Tiger Direct for $400.
Well, ain't bad.
No, it's great. Because I wanted one to when we did travel a little bit, I don't want to do all that lagging.
I need to get me one of them boxes before I leave that you can hook up your phone, hot box or whatever they call that thing, and hook up your phone to your laptop.
Oh yeah,
hot box,
hotspot.
Hotspot, is that what they call it?
I think so. Now, Grizz, I don't know how he did it, but when I went to visit him, I had my old laptop, and he feathered his computer or his phone. He feathered his phone to my computer, and I could do internet, and it worked quite well.
Yeah, they say it works pretty good.
Read this. Fat Boy had a really nice laptop for sale about 2 months ago. I wish I had the money back then. Yeah. Well, Brian, if you got the money and you want a laptop, what's on Tiger Direct? You got to be careful because, and the only problem with this one, and I don't store that much, it's only got a 512 hard drive.
Ooh.
So it's kind of small. The desktop that I have at home is a 1 terabyte.
Well, see, I buy them external drives. And you get a 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, 3 up to 4. I think I got a couple of them that's 4 terabytes. I put a lot of pictures on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I've got an external hard drive that you plug in here and you can store stuff, and it's a 1 terabyte.
Yeah, I mean, so really, you don't need all that much. They was selling them, and I thought, well, I'll buy a couple of this stuff because I'm always taking a picture of something, and then I go through my pictures and I say, oh, I want to paint that scenery, so I'll put it on my computer and just paint off of it, like you're using it for just a memory, basically keep memories of things you've seen, and.
Yeah, well, that external hard drive that I have at home, I keep all my pictures and music and all that backed up.
Oh yeah.
In case that computer goes down. But I don't leave it plugged into it because if you get a virus, it'll go to that hard drive. So what I'll do, the stuff that I've done on this trip, I will take it and put it on my other computer and then back it up to that external.
Yeah. Well, I like it. That's one reason I like a phone. I mean, and now I've got 64 little memory chips slated in the side of it, which means, but I like a phone. They don't get viruses as bad as computers do.
Right. Right. Well, you got to be careful with your computers. It's all that porn you've been looking at.
Yeah, there you go. Quit downloading crap you ain't supposed to.
Yeah, when you download, you'll get viruses.
I don't know how to do a lot of that computer stuff, so I don't have to worry about downloading or anything else. I got me an MP3 player. I play my music and plug it in my ears. My grandson, he put all the music on it for me. And like I said, I just use I got a whole bunch of different devices I use.
Okay, now the storage on this computer, this laptop, let's see. I don't know how to read this. It's it's 512 megabytes or whatever. And I've only used 61.5 gigabytes. So I haven't used it. And the circle of what you used, it probably isn't even an eighth.
Yeah, they got phones that big that you can put that much memory on it.
So, like I said, I don't store a lot of stuff. Brian, the cloud, I'm not for sure how that cloud works. I'm scared of it. I want to keep my stuff to myself. I don't want it to go to the cloud.
I use them little sticks. You ever use any of them little sticks? I used to use as CDs, and then I went and moved to the sticks.
I just bought 10 1 gig flash drive sticks like you talking about.
Yeah, is that what they call a flash drive? I just call it a stick. You slide inside of it.
Same thing. But I just bought 10 of them just in case I need them for $20.
Wow, for all 10 of them?
Piece.
I got a lot of movies on them sticks, on them flash drives.
Yeah.
And I just set up a laptop, stick one of them sticks in it, and I got whatever. I got some of them. I got 2 movies on, and you just stick it in there, and it'll play the movie. It's better than a CD. They're easier to store. They're littler.
Well, I've got all kinds of DVDs. I'll go rent a movie from Redbox and then burn it, which it's supposed to be illegal, but I never sell it. I never give it to somebody.
If you're using it for yourself, it don't make no difference, I don't think, because you've already seen it once. I've got a whole bunch of them too, and I bought some of them DVD players. It's they used to put on the back of people's cars and stuff and play. And I was at an auction, and I bid on all them DVDs, and I got them all. Of course, I was at an auction one time, and I bid on the VHR tapes. It was a Blockbuster, that movie company, and I won the bid, and I got all their DVDs.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, I still got a whole bunch of them. I gave my sister a complete set of.
But see, what'll happen with Redbox? They'll have this deal, you rent one, you get one free.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to look at 2 movies, and I'll just burn them and set them back. I don't even watch them, and I've got a stack of them.
Well, you just put them on another DVD player? Or, I don't know how you do that.
Well, I have a program that I can take a rented DVD player or DVD and burn it to a DVD. Okay. And like I said, I don't sell them. I don't loan them. I just keep them to myself and stack them up.
Like I said, I put a lot of movies on, where it says watch later, because I got that free movie, whatever it is. I also got Hulu and Netflix and all that other crap. But I put them on them sticks, especially if I'm going to go somewhere. I'll just download them on that stick. And then, which is about the same as what you're doing. And then I just play them when I'm out, because if I'm at home, I'm too busy. I don't watch TV or anything like that. So I'm too busy. When I'm out, like let's say it's raining and I'm stuck in the ambulance all day, I'll put in a movie.
Right. Well, see, I've got Netflix on here. I pay Netflix $9 a month, and I can look at any of my devices one screen at a time. I can look at it on here. I can look at it on my computer. I can look at it on both of my TVs, but I can only do one at a time.
Well, see, my granddaughter got she had one grandson had Hulu, and the other one had my granddaughter had Netflix, and of course I'm one of their guests on their channel. You know what I'm saying? They fixed it all up for me. My kids and grandkids and great grandkids, they take pretty good care of me about all the latest gadgets.
Well, I haven't seen no deer this morning, but man, right over here on the other side of my car, when I pulled up here, that yard was full. I counted 12 deer out there in that yard, the neighbor's yard.
How big are the deer back east? Now that boy out west, we got some deer. They look like elk.
Well, the thing of it is, Brian, I mean, I burn these movies, and then once you look at them, what do you do with them? I, I've been watching a movie and then throw the DVD away, because I don't want it to get in the hands of somebody and then get in trouble because I burn it.
Well, like I said, one of these days. Now I do a lot of medical journals that way, like how to do appendicitis and this, that, and the other. I'll burn it on a stick or a DVD. What do they call it? CD. Now, a CD can take EMP blast. Did you know that?
Nope.
So, therefore, EMP does not hurt a CD, and it only takes 90 watts to bring a laptop up, anywhere from 45 to 90 watts. Now, I just put them in a Faraday cage, a couple old laptops, and that way, if let's say extracting a tooth or something I might have to learn later, like a breech birth or something like that. It's good if you're going to be a prepper to have a few medical files and a few medical books. Because if it ever gets that bad, I wouldn't want to do any of it. But I'd like to have some direction why I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, I'm not smart enough, and you're way over my head what you're talking about. But that's good. If you know how to do it, that's great.
Oh, I went through medical school, but I just didn't decide to be a doctor. I wanted to be a biologist. But you can be anything you want to after you get about 12 years of college. Get a PhD, you can just be whatever you want.
Well, I kind of went through a medical school with my second wife. Oh, God, that poor girl. She was so sick and had diabetes, and the diabetes had damaged the nerve endings in her stomach. She had gastroparesis. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's like gas in the locked up in the bowels. Go ahead.
She'd start being sick so bad and her stomach hurt so bad, and I'd have to take her to the hospital. And I finally talked to the doctor, and I said, "She's got this PICC line in there." I said, "Give me that Dilaudid." That's what it was.
Yeah.
And you tell me how much to give her, and I can give her a shot, and we can stop bringing her to the hospital. And it worked. It worked. It really did. But she got addicted to it.
Oh, any kind of pain medication you will. My wife was bedfast for 2.5 years. She was in a wheelchair and so on for 14. But I took care of her in she had a trach, and I'd have to clean her trach. In other words, she's on like a ventilator, basically. And I had to be trained to how to change and clean the ventilator and everything else. And I kept her alive for 2.5 years,
Hey, Robert, I know exactly what you mean. I kind of like that too. I like to check her for ticks. You know what I mean? Can you see the chat there?
Yeah, I got it. I went over there and looked at it.
It says, I like to study anatomy of the woman's body. Yes, sir. Exactly.
Well, that's when you're young and you start giving oil massages and stuff.
There you go.
When you get old, yeah, everybody's arthritis hurts too bad to get too crazy.
Well, I'm not that old yet. I'm only 63.
Well, wait till you get about 90.
Well, I don't know, RV, if I'll make it that long, but I'm going to live until I die. So there you go.
Well, a lot of times if you just sit there and dwell on how I can't do this and I can't do that, well, pretty soon you can't do it. you know what I'm saying? Get out and do the best you can and say, okay, I did the best I can. I'm done. I've got to get out there and get everything. I'm trying to charge up all my stuff before I leave. because I hate to get out there and then, oh, it's dead. I can't use that.
Yeah.
I always take a generator with me anyway.
There you go.
This watch tells you about 5 times a day to exercise. How about one of them crazy watches?
Well, I've got this watch here, and I've got a watch in my belly. It says eat.
Eat.
What? Sometime
Well,
soon today, that's going to happen.
I'll tell you what happened to me when I was about, 12. I drank some developing fluid. This old boy had his developing fluid in beer bottles.
Uh-oh.
And I opened one of them up, and I never tasted the beer. And I said, "Oh, this is horrible." About 3 swallows, I started vomiting, and it ate all the taste buds out. I don't get hunger pains anymore. So I don't know whether that's good or not, but I like to taste the food, but I just don't never get hardly hungry.
What did you drink?
Developing fluid for developing the pictures back in the 40s. Yeah, I used to pour it in the trays, and you'd have to put your film in there and develop it.
And you didn't know it was tasted?
No, he had it in beer bottles. He'd pour it back in beer bottles to store it and put the lid back on it.
Oh, my goodness.
And as kids, you didn't know what the hell alcohol tasted like, or this, that, and the other. And we almost died, me and this other kid. One kid wouldn't drink it at all. And about 2 swallows is all you could get down. Boy, then you started puking like a dog.
Oh, my God.
It about killed us. I stayed in the hospital for 30 days.
It wouldn't take me long to learn that ain't the right shit to be drinking.
Well, it didn't smell good, and we thought, okay, but we didn't think it burned that bad. And to this day, I do not like beer. Nope, I don't want nothing to do with beer. I don't like the taste of hops anyway. But like I said, I don't.
Have you been checked out to see if that vasectomy worked yet? You'll have to go and check that out in about 3 months.
Yeah. Well, then I ended up with throat cancer, and that ended the rest of that off.
They'll tell. Robert, just say yes or no. Not till the middle of January. Okay. Well, what will happen is you'll have to be checked then. That's your first 3 months. And then they'll say, well, okay, you're okay, but you need to be checked 1 month later.
What is he getting checked for? COVA?
No, he's, I hope he don't care for me saying he had a vasectomy. And
okay.
So I know what it is. So what you have to do is do it in a bottle and have them go check it,
See if the sperm's alive. You can do that yourself. I could just throw it under a microscope and see if anything wiggles.
Well, that's okay, but I don't know how to do it. But you pay for that service, so you take it in. And the girl went back and checked it, and she took me in the back room and she told me, she said, you're okay, but you need to be protected for 1 more month and do it again. And it's good to go now.
Well, in our day, they just had as many kids as they could have. My poor Aunt Belle, she had 22.
Well, I don't have any, and I don't want any. I'm afraid
I didn't want any either, but
great.
we ended up with 3. We had 2 girls and a boy. He's the baby. But I didn't want that many kids either. Oh, no. I came from a family of 14. So,
Well, the nurse won't do it for you. Let's see who said that. Hope you got a Brian. The nurse won't do it for you. It's a self-do-it thing.
Well, another thing you do though, you could use a condom. You could use a condom and then take it in that same day. and have sex with your wife, use a condom, and then take it in, and they'd see if it was alive or dead.
Well, the
If you
thing
wanted to
of
do
it
it that way.
you can't use a condom because it's got stuff in there to kill it.
Well, you can buy condoms that don't have the spermicide or stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't have the spermicide in it.
Yes, Robert, you do it at home, then you take it in. But you can't wait 14 hours. I mean, you got to take it
No,
right in.
I think it was between 1 to 3 hours, something like that.
Okay, he said you have to take it in within 4 hours.
4
Okay.
hours. Okay, that's about right.
So when I did it, we was only 10 minutes away. So I did it and took it right in. No problem.
So you don't have any. You've never had any children?
No, and I don't want any.
Well, I can understand that. Me and my wife had 5. 2 died. Two died, and we had 3 living. But I mean, I can't see somebody like my Aunt Belle had 22. Mom and Dad had 14. I mean, come on. How many damn kids do you need?
Well, my sister, there's 6 years between us. See, Mom had a brother to me, okay, and he didn't live very long.
Uh-huh.
So he would have been, and see, the thing of it is, if I don't know what they did back then, but if he would have lived, they may have not tried for me,
Uh-huh.
So it's just a shot in the dark that I'm here.
Well, long time ago, back in let's say the late 1800s, early 1900s, people had just as many kids as they basically as they could have till they got too old to have them, and that's why people ended up with large families.
Well, the thing of it is, Brian says he's got 3 boys and 1 girl.
Yeah.
The thing of it is, it's wonderful. You wouldn't trade any of them for farming Texas. Okay.
Yeah, but look how expensive they are. My God, get them through college and everything else. It's $1 million. You got $1 million tied in that kid.
That is right, RV. But the thing of it is, for your children, and you would do anything for them.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you at a point in your life, you're saying, wait a minute. I gave to my kids, and they all. Till I got decided. Well, wait a minute. They're almost 60. They're getting ready for their retirement. It's time for me to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Take them plumb to the grave?
Brian, no. Pam does not have any children. I've been married 3 times. My first wife had a girl, and my second wife had 2 boys. Okay, and then let's see. When I was married to my second wife, we decided that I needed to do this. It'd be easier for me than for her to have a hysterectomy or whatever. When I first met her, she used the IUD, which is not really good. It's not a good thing. So, and then by the time I met Pam, well, I was fixed, and she can't have any children now. She's old enough. She's let's see, she's 65. So, Oh, okay.
I don't think I'd ever get married again. No, I married one time when I was 16, and she died in 2013. So I've been, like I said, married all my life. I don't think I'd ever do it again.
No, I do not see my stepchildren or my grand children. I did call one of the boys. He lives down in Florida. I did call and talk to him one time just to touch base with him. because uh, when my second wife was sick, we had some problems, and we got all that straightened out now. But I just let them live their lives, and I live mine. They don't call, they don't come by. You know, I still have the same numbers, same house. So I just, like I said, I just let them go. Um, okay, I have been out here about an hour, well, hour and 12 minutes. So I'm gonna shut this down and see what the wife's doing. I'm hoping we're gonna have some lunch here in a little bit. We're supposed to go to a friend's house and have steak tonight about 3 o'clock, uh, which is 1 o'clock now here. So,
It's 12 o'clock here.
Lucky, thank you for coming up. Brian, I'm so glad now that we got this straightened out. So now I kind of know what to do. Uh, for one thing, I'm not going to ban you or time you out. And I've never banned you. So you do good. All right,
Well,
Lucky, I'm going to put this down.